from the designer's perspective now, what would you say are key factors or key things that the designer can take, key steps that designers can take to ensure that first they understand the business model that their client is saying so that they can be able to deliver a more excellent service as designers?
I don't think designers appreciate how much of a polymath on an average, most of them are polymaths. I don't think they understand what superpower that is for them. A designer knows about agriculture. Why? Because he has designed agricultural products. If he hasn't before, he has to go and read about the sector.
Yes.
A designer has to know about fintech and financial rules and regulations and the data protection rights and all of those things. Why? Because you are designing for fintechs. A designer has to know about education, rote learning, and how people work on cues to learn and to remember things. Why? Because you are designing for an edutech platform.
Yes.
A designer has to know about how loans are recovered, loan recovery processes, how to be proactive and not reactive in trying to get loans back. Why? Because you are designing for credit tech and insurtech. So, in a lot of ways, a lot of reading is required. And I'm talking about designers who put in the work and who actually read. They end up becoming people who have quite firm knowledge on an average on a lot of topics. Why? Because they have sort of moved from one sector to another, and so they are well-rounded. They are people you can converse with and they have something to say on probably on any topic. This question becomes valid when you are dealing with designers that don't read or don't research. You have to read and research, especially when you're anticipating to get on a work. You go and read everything around the industry. Look at the big players in those industry, the businesses this sector want to work in, the people who are there and are thriving. What are the key vectors that are helping them make success? So those are the things you are going to research on. So researching as to whether you know it or not, whether you want or not, be part of your skill set or be inside your toolbox. You have to research, you did competitive analysis, and not just surface level competitive analysis. So these are the businesses you look like. And again, you have to project the potential success that business can become by looking at what they consider a standard in their industry or a business leader. So you can become the next become the next BlackRock in Africa if you are able to do so and so, or if you are able to put so and so together. So it is really underrated that an average designer is a polymath. If you are doing freelancing work and you are moving from one industry to another, you definitely will know a lot of things on average, about businesses.
Design station.
Design station.
Design station.
Design station.